I am not this moment, not this room, not this voice, not the words you just spoke or the look on your face. I am 1,000 yesterdays, wearing this skin like a borrowed coat. I am every door that closed behind me, every hand that reached and pulled away, every name that carved itself into my bones and left without saying goodbye. There's only one body here, one brain, one heart that beats in the dark, while 100 ghosts breathe down my neck. Living ghosts, speaking ghosts, loud, loud ghosts. They do not whisper, they do not fade. They stand behind my eyes, watch through my pupils as I try to be human in a world where that feels like a museum of all the ways I've been broken. And when you speak, when you say that word, that one word, that word I did not know was a trigger. I am not here anymore. I am back there. I am in that room. I am that age. I am that child, that teenager, that man who could not run fast enough, could not hide well enough, could not be small enough to escape what was coming. The blood rushes to my face. My head feels too full, too hot, too heavy with everything I've tried to bury. My hands remember what they held. My back remembers what it carried. My mouth remembers what it swallowed, because there was no one to tell, no one who could believe, no one who would stay. The ghosts don't rest. They stand at my bedside. They sit at my table. They walk beside me in the street, and when I turn to look, there's no one there. Only the memory of their hands, and the things they did, and the things they took, and the things they left behind. They carry branding irons, red, hot, and sharp. They press them into my skin every day, every night, every moment. I am still. The marks are not visible to you, but I feel them. I feel every single one. They burn beneath my clothes, beneath my smile, beneath the words I say. That sounds like I'm fine. I'm not fine. I am not fine. I am a wound that never closed. I'm a scar that keeps splitting open at the slightest pressure, at the smallest spark, at the little fuse you lit without knowing what you were touching. And I know it's not you. I know it's not this moment. I know it's not your fault. That your voice sounds like his voice. That your laughter sounds like hers. That your anger sounds like everyone who left me bleeding on the floor and walked away without looking back. But the knife doesn't think about the wound. The knife moves on. The knife forgets. The knife is cleaned and put away. And the hand that held it sleeps peacefully that night. But the skin remembers. The skin always remembers. The scar is forever. It stretches, it fades, but it never, ever disappears. I have loved people who are gone. I have worked beside people who are dead. I have held hands that now hold nothing, or hold somebody else's hand. I have shared beds that are now empty, or somebody else occupies them. I have given pieces of myself away and never got them back. Never asked for them back because I did not know how. Because I didn't think I deserved them. Because I thought that's just that. Because I thought that's just what love was. Giving until there was nothing left. And now, there's nothing left. Or there is too much. Or there's only the ghost, and their burning irons, and their laughter, and their demands, and their faces that I could not escape, because they live in my head, and they are louder than anything. Some days, I wish I could stop. Not forever, just a while. Just to rest. Just to feel just to feel some things other than this ache. Just to close my eyes and not see everything that ever happened to me, playing on the back of my eyelids like a film I never asked to watch. I have thought about what it would be like to not wake up, to not feel the rush of memory. The moment I open my eyes, not to carry this body through another day where everything reminds me of everything I've lost. And yes, I know that sound. And yes, I know that sounds dramatic. I know that sounds excessive. I know people think it's too much. That I am too much. That my reactions are too big, too loud, too sharp. But you don't live in here. You don't feel what I feel. You don't know what it's like to have a fuse lit in your chest every single day and have to pretend you're not about to explode. I see their faces in the crowds. I hear their voices in silence. I feel their hands on my shoulders, on my throat, when no one is touching me. And I want to scream. I want to break. I want to fall to my knees and beg the universe for just one day without the weight of every yesterday crushing me into dust. But I stand up. I smile. I say hello. I pretend I'm fine. I pretend the ghosts aren't screaming in my ears. I pretend the brains don't burn. The brands don't burn. I pretend the memories don't feel as raw and as fresh as the moment they happened. You don't owe me forgiveness. You don't owe me justification. I'm not asking for anything except understanding that when I pull away, when I snap, when I seem distant or angry or lost, it's not about you. It's about the ghosts. It's about the brands. It's about the scars that stretch and fade, but never, ever, ever go away. It's about the life I led, the people who came and went, the doors that closed, the wounds that fastened, the wounds that festered. I'm sorry, my eyes are welled up. It is not about the life I led, the people who came and went, the doors that closed, the wounds that festered, the love that never healed, the pain that never left, the sadness that sits in my chest like a stone I swallowed years ago and can't get it out. So I live with the ghosts, loud, loud ghosts, living, breathing, speaking ghosts. They will not leave. They will never leave. They have carved the names into my bones. They have branded their marks onto my skin. They have taken pieces of me that I will never get back. And some days, I wish I could leave too. Some days I wish I could fade like they should have faded. Some days I wish I could close my eyes and not open them ever again. But I'm still here, still breathing, still hurting, still carrying everything. And if you see me flinch, at something you said, if you see me pull away from something you did, if you see my face flush and my hands shake and my eyes go somewhere else, please don't think it's you. It's the knife that never thinks about the wound, the scars that always remembers. It's the ghosts, it's the brands, it's the weight of a life that has been too much for far too long. I don't want to be this way. I don't want to be this way. I don't want to be broken. I don't want to carry all of this every single day. But I do. And I will. Because the scar is forever. And so are they. For everyone who lit the fuse without knowing the power keg. I can't see what I'm saying. For everyone who lit a fuse without seeing the powder keg. For everyone whose voice sounds like a ghost. For everyone who was never given closure. For the wound that never stopped bleeding. For the scar that will never fade. And then comes the cruelest ghost of all. The one that wears my face. Because when I trace the circle of my life, every road leads back to me. I am the axis, the center point, the common thread, stitched through every wound, every broken promise, every slammed door, and every goodbye. The voice inside me whispers, Surely it must be you. How could so many storms find the same shore, unless the shore was calling them home? Perhaps I invited the fire. Perhaps I fed the flame. Perhaps I spoke too loudly, loved too deeply, trusted too freely, or simply existed in all the wrong places at all the wrong times. Maybe I provoked it. Maybe I deserved it. Maybe every scar maybe every scar is simply evidence of the man I have always been. That is the lie. My ghosts repeat until it sounds like truth, until I no longer know whether I'm crying, their voices, or my own. I apologize for everyone I caused them to feel the urge, the need, the only option is to hurt me. I'm sorry about not being able to read and sound effects and the snoring of my dog.